park here in Baker City, 24-hour surveillance. And I'm looking for any park rules posted. Usually they have something posted by the park entries and stuff. I looked on the city ordinances and I couldn't find anything regarding this town. So I'm going to go ahead and metal detect here for a while and see if I don't get kicked out or if it's fine. I did look up the city ordinances, can't find anything on their books about it, regarding it, and that's where I think the biggest problem lies. The cities need to spell it out plain and clear if they're going to not allow you to metal detect or do allow you to metal detect, and then if they do, which parks are okay and which areas are okay. Things like schools and parks. Yeah, I was here with my friend Dave probably 8 years ago, and he picked up a barber dime in this park. So let's see what we can do today. I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have today because the park's going to get full of Labor Day weekenders, and today's Saturday, so it's the Labor Day weekend 2023. And yeah, there's already a couple way over there, family blocking up something over there. They got more families coming in. So I've already recorded a couple times, but deleted because they ended up being iffy targets. That's what I expect this park to be. If metal detecting is allowed here, and there is a metal detecting store that's in this, it's called Blue. I think it's is it Blue Bucket Detector or something like that here in Baker City. I actually reached out to them, asked them questions about detecting. They didn't reach back to me, which kind of, I don't know if they just didn't get it or if they're just ignoring it. I kind of frown upon when people ask you, like if somebody asks me where I'm detecting, I'll tell you. If it's an area that I'm currently working on, I don't want to tell you exactly where I'm working at yet, but I will tell you eventually. But more than likely, if there's ever a place in my videos that you see that you want to know where it's at, I'll tell you. So I reached out to the Blue Bucket and I didn't get a reply back. So I don't know if they just didn't get it or ignoring me or whatever, but they would know the rules in this town, whether it's metal detecting is allowed or not. But I expect that if the metal detecting is allowed here, it's going to be picked over pretty dang good. So I'm mostly digging iffy targets. This was an iffy target going down. It's hitting right about there. So we're at about 7 inches. So maybe 7.5 inches to targets. I'm assuming that if this is a coin, I'm assuming that if this was a coin, this was going to be a wheat penny. And that is a shocker. I knew I was right on top of it with the pinpoint. I just didn't know it was right there. I thought I had to go one more. So the house right behind me is really old. And I don't know where it was that Dave and I dug. But we were somewhere over here on this side of the park. But I don't remember this big playground being here. And he dug, like I said, he dug a barber dime from this side of the park. So let's see what that is. It looks like a barber from here. Woohoo! Let me close up my hole before we flip it over. I haven't dug an old coin. See, the funny thing is I go from the East Coast thinking I was going to dig a lot of older coins over on the East Coast. And I didn't get any old coins over on the East Coast. But again, location matters, right? Well, we know that this town was inundated with 1800s gold miners. Not sure exactly the old history of this particular park. I know that it goes back in, I think, aerial views, but it doesn't go back very far. But still, this is the only thing that we found when Dave and I came here was that barber dime. I don't even know if we picked up wheat pennies. And the only thing that I've picked up so far is this. Is it barber or is it seeded? but you guys already know because I don't dig many of these. These are very rare for me over here on the West Coast. So is it? What is it? Ah, barber. Ah, yeah. I can't even read that. 1913. Wow. I know for a lot of you guys that's not a big deal, but for me, it's a big deal. I wish I would have done the live dig on this. It was coming in. It wasn't coming in what I thought it was going to be coming in. I definitely thought this was going to be a wheat penny, because it was slightly on edge. It was down in the hole, slightly on edge, but definitely thought that this was going to be a wheat penny. But it was repeatable. It was a repeatable target. Definitely something you dig. All right. Thank you, Manicore, for that one. Wow, nice. Oldest coin with the Manicore. Yeah, dang, people are starting to roll into this park. The funny thing with this is actually my very first coin dug in this park. Very first coin, and it happens to be this guy. Isn't that weird? Crazy? Yeah. Well, I was digging what I thought might be a nickel across from the old house here, and I got this, and my heart stopped, and then it didn't. I saw it right on the edge like that, and I go, you gotta be kidding. Is there like, I got another silver coin? And yeah, dang. So when I was looking for the park rules, so here's like the ordinances of park rules posted, right? And you can see up there in the top there, it does say, it says down there, it says no graffiti, tagging, or alteration of park area or surfaces. But even though they don't say no metal detecting, I wish they would. I mean, I hate the fact that cities are really lame, and the fact that they can at their discretion say, well, yeah, this applies to metal detecting. You can't alter the surface or the area of the park. So I guess that might be construed as like metal detecting is not allowed in the park, but I don't really alter the surface as much as I put it back to the way it was when I'm done. Again, I've posted videos in the past where I've seen, especially when it's been after a rain and stuff, when people take their dogs to a park and they throw a ball, and that dog runs as fast as it can, and then it stops abruptly to catch that ball. It literally, I have videos of in the past where the dogs have just ripped up the grass, and they don't come back and fix that. And that really is altering the park more so than what I do. So I'm not sure. We'll see if this, if that applies. I'll see if I get kicked out or not, but I don't know. Well, it doesn't say it in plain English to me, but I know what they might imply, because I've come across this before. When city people just want to like dodge around the subject, the true subject matter of like metal detecting. They just say, no, you can't alter any surfaces. So we'll see. Yeah, so the park I'm in right now is this is really nice. So they got this little water, this creek that goes through, or river, through town. They got the library right here. That little bridge is a bike path that goes through the park that runs probably, I know it comes out and goes through the houses over there, but there's probably a good couple miles, 3-mile bike path through town. As you can see, that there are a lot of families here, a lot of young families here in Baker City. So you wouldn't think that Baker City would be this old, just retirement community, but it looks like it's got a lot of youth, a lot of growth here, potential. Well, this one is either a $50 Or a nail tip bolt, or a silver broken ring. That's my prediction about what this is. Let's check it out. One of the other things I've been trying to do too is use that sensitivity boost like I do with the E-Track. And after you pinpoint, if you drop it down the sensitivity, and you can still pick it up a pretty clear signal. So you still get it sounds the same as it is the other way. It sounds like garbage. You can see that high number in there, but it still drops way down to 40. So just don't know what it is, but we shall find out together. It's got a good tone in this direction. So I mean, it sounds like it's got like okay depth. So maybe I'm saying 5-6 inches. Doesn't sound like it's super shallow. It just sounds like it's got a little depth to it. So let's see what we got here. Either it's going to be a nail bolt. Could be a $50, but I don't like the way it sounded on the way I turn. But let's just see. Or a broken ring. And it's right here in the bottom of the plug. So yeah, we're talking 5 inches or so. But what is it? That's the question, right? I love this dirt. I love this dirt. This is old dirt. Love it. Well, it was a bolt. So, great tone in one direction and crap the other. Chalk it up to the learning curve. All right, super iffy. 19 sensitivity, super iffy. But when you're pretty void of targets, I mean, I really haven't had that many targets at all. These are the ones, these little iffy ones are the ones that I look for because they're the obvious pass-by ones sometimes. I've dug a few of these already, and they have not turned out to be anything good. I've done some live digs, but I've deleted them because they're iffies. One was a wow, it was kind of crazy, but one was a lead shot that was in an area where I thought it has that nice high tone. Another one was that I said it was going to either be a $50 or a bolt or something, and ended up being that rusty nut. And this guy, I have no clue. It's just simply iffy. And I'm dealing with these tree roots in here. I'm trying to stay away from the trees, to a point, but these tree roots are killer. They're just kind of ruining everything. That if I wanted to go quick, no way. See if I can go quick. See, dang it, there's a root or a rock right there. Oh well. Let me dig down into this a little bit and see if I can get to where my probe is actually detecting anything, if anything. And I'll get back to you in a minute or 10. Well, that iffy target ended up being a tack. And it does produce a high tone if it's slightly on edge. Well, it was iffy. Not the right kind though. Interesting. Very interesting. There's more in the hole on the same side. The plug might have come out. I was getting an 88-ish. Didn't sound the best. It was scratchy. Let's see what else we've got here. Well, that might have been why it was scratchy. It's a nail. I have not had much luck today. Well, besides that fluky barber. Let's show you where I'm walking around. I'm walking around the old high school that it's not in commission anymore. The windows are knocked out on the other side a little bit. It looks like they're using it for some construction holding area because the middle school over there has got some construction going on. But I've been walking around this field, walking around the perimeter, not finding a dang single thing until this. And this is a mystery because it was coming up like silver, 88, very small, very small. I mean, that can't be a ring for an adult. It had to be a ring for a very small child, if it was even a silver ring. That could fit like a child that was probably, 5 or 6 years old. But we're at the high school, the old 1916 high school. All right, well, I'm gonna look and see if there's any markings inside of it, and it could be. I have found a ring that's very small like that before. That was actually like a coin ring. It was pounded out of a dime. Anywho, let me check it out. Yeah, I didn't even walk out here. This is part of the middle school, the old school too. This field's been redone. It used to show a satellite view. It shows a circle here. This whole field's been reworked. Grass is probably about 8 inches thick. It's really thick out there. I did walk a little bit, but not much. There's probably some good stuff out there, maybe, if it hasn't been untouched and reburied, but I thought I would give this old school a try and walk around it. And it's pretty dry too, pretty quiet, very quiet. This is my short end of hunt video for Baker City. I didn't go everywhere. I could have gone to a lot more places, but I just wanted to scratch the surface basically, and I still want to really find out about the rules about the schools and such. There's a couple other parks here that I would really like to detect too, but that's it though for garbage. And then coins was very skimpy, $1.50. But this is the surprise of the day right there. What a surprise. Now, that park that I got that out of, I wouldn't mind going back to that park, but maybe going on a weekday since today is Saturday and it's Father's Day. The park was probably extra busy, but I wouldn't mind going back to that park on a weekday during school time and going through some of the middle part of that park, which I kind of didn't get to. And this little guy, I'm gonna call this a silver ring because it looks like right on the inside, right there, that looks like it's been welded and resized. So, not sure. Like I said, probably a little kid's finger would fit on that. I don't see any markings on the inside, but I haven't really looked 100%. But I do see that it's been resized right there. So I'm calling that a very small child silver ring. Oh, that's it for my Baker City hunt. Going on to the next town, going to stay at a casino for a couple nights, and gonna go to a town that's close that I've been to before. We've picked up a handful of wheat pennies, and I think Dave might have picked up some silver dimes there, just a couple. But going back there, I gotta go get a permit. It's free, but I gotta get to the Parks and Rec's office when I go, I got to go make sure it's open and see if I can get in there and get a permit. It's kind of nice. It's kind of weird. You get a permit. It's free, but that's the way it goes. I do know that there are a few towns in Oregon that do require permits. And I wish, like I said, I wish every city had it posted in their ordinances. When you look it up, it says, spells it out right there, plain and day. You know, metal detecting is not allowed. Metal detecting is allowed. Here's where it's allowed. You know, schools, parks, etc., etc. But they don't. So, but if I ever do come back here again, which I probably will for sure, I'm going to try and email the city in advance, because I know of a place really close to here that is public property and is old. I mean, like 1909 old. And but I just want to get permission to see if I can go on that property. And if I get permission to go on the property, it'll be a fun day. Even if I didn't find anything, it'll be a fun day, because just the like this, walking on something that you know, like I know that this building, this ground is 1916. When you walk on something that you know is old, even though I didn't find anything, walking all of this grass all the way around the corner, and then that field in the back, walking all of that, not finding anything. Like, you know, I did find that, but not finding anything else, not even a wheat penny today. It's still exciting. The just not knowing if you are going to pick up that old coin or something on an old piece of property. That's what gets me excited. So much more so than knowing that I'm, like, if I'm hunting a 1975 school or a 1970s school, that to me is boring. I don't want to go hunt a 1970s school or 1965 school for that matter, even though it probably could have some silver drops. But yeah, I just don't get excited about that. I just want to hunt something that's old. It's just so much more exciting to hunt old property. All right, well, this is signing off from Baker City, Oregon, on my way home. But one more detecting stop before I get home, and hopefully I'll pick up some wheats and silvers there like we did the last time we were there. Thanks for watching.